Michael Albert, and I'm the 8th Portsmouth, New Hampshire Poet Laureate. And this is Ambushed by Poetry, the Brick Project, a project to surprise people with poetry in public places throughout downtown Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm standing outside of Friendly Toast here, and I'm going to read you Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem, Kubla Khan. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf the sacred river ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground with walls and towers were girdled round, and there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree. And here were forests, ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. But oh, that deep romantic chasm which slanted down the green hill athwart a cedared cover, a savage place, as holy and enchanted as ere beneath a waning moon was haunted by a woman wailing for her demon lover. And from this chasm, with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if the earth in fast thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift, half-intermitted burst, huge fragments vaulted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grief beneath the thresher's flail. And mid these dancing rocks at once and ever it flung up momently the sacred river, 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. Through wood and dale the sacred river ran, that reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. And midst this tumult, Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain and the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice. A damsel with a dulcimer in vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abaral. Could I revive within me her symphony and song, to such a deep delight would win me, that with music loud and long, I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware, his flashing eyes, his floating hair. Weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed, and drunk the milk of paradise.
Really sorry about this.
According to the legend, at that point, the poet was interrupted by a guest who came knocking on his door. He rose from his desk and writing, went to the door and let the guest in, and they had a meeting. Then later that afternoon, when the poet sat down again to finish the poem about his dream, he had forgotten the rest of the dream. So this poem remains a fragment. Thank you very much for listening. This project is sponsored by the Portsmouth Poet Laureate Program. You can find more information on Ambushed by Poetry, the Brick Project, on their webpage at pplp.org. Many thanks to my friend, cameraman, and editor, Mike Nelson. Poetry is everywhere. How'd we do, Sam?
Great.
Great. Onwards and upwards.